T-Rex versus Allosaurus, who would win? Imagine a prehistoric world where two of the most dangerous predators ever to live face each other in an epic battle. Tyrannosaurus Rex and Allosaurus. The idea of bringing them together in a head-to-head confrontation sparks endless debates among dinosaur enthusiasts. On one side stands T-Rex, the king of the Cretaceous. On the other side, Allosaurus, the dominant hunter of the Jurassic. The question is simple but thrilling. If they were to fight, who would win? Tyrannosaurus Rex lived around 68 to 66 million years ago, near the very end of the age of dinosaurs. It was one of the largest carnivorous dinosaurs, reaching up to 12 or even 13 meters in length and weighing as much as 9 tons. T-Rex is most famous for its colossal bite force. It's estimated at more than 8,000 pounds, which is enough to crush bone like dry twigs. With jaws packed with teeth the size of bananas, it was a true powerhouse, designed to kill with one devastating attack. Despite its massive size, T-Rex was not just slow and lumbering. Studies suggest it could walk or even charge at speeds of up to 20 to 25 kilometers per hour. Impressive for an animal of such enormous weight. It also had an incredible sense of smell and excellent vision, making it a highly efficient predator. Although its small arms often attract jokes, they were surprisingly muscular and could still lift heavy weights, playing a supportive role in its hunting style. Allosaurus, by contrast, was much lighter and more agile. It roamed the Earth about 155 to 145 million years ago, long before T-Rex appeared. Measuring around 8 to 12 meters long and weighing about 2 tons, Allosaurus was not as big, but its body was built for speed and maneuverability. Its jaws were filled with around 60 sharp, serrated teeth that acted like blades, designed to slice into the flesh of its prey again and again. Unlike the bone-crushing style of T-Rex, Allosaurus relied on repeated slashing and tearing attacks to wear down its victims. Another key difference was in their arms. Allosaurus had much larger and stronger arms compared to T-Rex, equipped with 3 sharp claws that could grab and slash prey. This gave Allosaurus a wider range of offensive options. Combined with its agility, this predator could likely run at speeds of 30 to 35 kilometers per hour, darting quickly to strike and retreat. In a duel, this speed and flexibility might allow it to evade the heavy but slower attacks of T-Rex. If these two predators ever faced each other, their hunting strategies would play a big role in determining the outcome. T-Rex relied on brute force, with one crushing bite potentially ending the fight instantly. Allosaurus, on the other hand, would likely depend on speed and endurance, striking multiple times and retreating before its larger opponent could land a fatal blow. The question becomes whether Allosaurus could survive long enough to inflict enough damage, or if T-Rex would land one decisive attack that ended the battle. In a direct clash, the size difference is difficult to ignore. T-Rex weighed more than 4 times as much as Allosaurus, which would make a head-to-head fight heavily unbalanced. A single bite from T-Rex could pierce deep into bone, causing fatal injuries within seconds. Allosaurus might be able to dodge for a while, but the longer the battle lasted, the higher the chances that T-Rex's sheer strength would connect. Some scientists believe Allosaurus may have hunted in groups, using teamwork to overwhelm large herbivores, like sauropods. If a pack of Allosaurus confronted a T-Rex, the situation could be very different. Working together, they could attack from multiple directions, tiring the giant predator and exploiting its weaknesses. But in a one-on-one battle, cooperation is not an option, and a lone Allosaurus would be at a serious disadvantage. The battlefield environment would also matter. On open plains, T-Rex's size and power would dominate, leaving little chance for Allosaurus to maneuver effectively. In a forested or rocky area with obstacles, Allosaurus might have more opportunities to dodge and strike from blind spots. The terrain could make a difference, though ultimately the weight and power of T-Rex would still give it the edge in most cases. Another consideration is stamina. Allosaurus, being lighter, may have had better endurance and the ability to keep moving for longer periods without tiring. T-Rex, with its massive bulk, would use up energy more quickly. In a long and drawn-out fight, Allosaurus might be able to outlast its opponent, provided it could avoid serious injuries. But this would require almost perfect strategy, as even a single mistake could be fatal. Intelligence also plays a role in this imagined fight. While T-Rex was a smart predator for its size, Allosaurus may have been more tactical, especially if it relied on pack hunting behaviors. Agility, coordination, and precision were its strongest assets. T-Rex, however, did not need elaborate tactics. Sheer power and bone-crushing bite made it lethal without relying on clever maneuvers. Realistically, the outcome of such a duel is one-sided. In almost every scenario, Tyrannosaurus Rex would defeat Allosaurus in a 1-on-1 confrontation. The size, bite force, and durability of T-Rex were simply too overwhelming. Allosaurus could inflict injuries, but it is unlikely those wounds would be enough to bring down the king of the dinosaurs before being fatally struck. That said, Allosaurus remains an impressive predator in its own right. In its Jurassic ecosystem, it was the undisputed top hunter, taking down massive herbivores and shaping the balance of life in its time. Comparing it to T-Rex is less about weakness and more about imagining two apex predators separated by millions of years. Both were highly successful, perfectly adapted to their own eras. In the end, this battle between T-Rex and Allosaurus is less about declaring a winner and more about appreciating. It's the incredible diversity of predators that once ruled our planet. T-Rex may have had the crown as the strongest of them all, but Allosaurus demonstrates that agility, speed, and different hunting strategies were equally effective in their own time. The idea of these two titans meeting may only exist in imagination, but it highlights the endless fascination we have with dinosaurs and their prehistoric battles.